story's title is Paddington's Trick or Treat by Michael Bond, illustrated by R.W. Alley. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
One morning, the Browns were having breakfast when Paddington came in carrying Mrs. Bird's best broom and wearing what looked like a bin bag draped over his duffel coat.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Explained Paddington.
I was making my outfit for this evening.
Mr. Brown gave a groan.
Of course, it's 31st of October, Halloween.
We promised to take Paddington trick-or-treating,
explained Jonathan. Perhaps we could have a party afterwards, suggested Judy. It seems a shame not to make the most of the evening.
I have never been to a Halloween party,
said Paddington wistfully.
I don't think they have them in darkest Peru.
Mrs. Brown caught her husband's eye. We haven't had one for ages, Henry, she said. It might be fun.
Please, Dad,
chorused Jonathan and Judy. Mr. Brown weakened.
Perhaps a small one, he said, just for the family, but no more. It's bad enough as it is with all those people ringing the front doorbell and calling trick or treat through the letterbox.
We can help get everything ready,
offered Jonathan.
If I were you, Paddington, said Mrs. Bird, I would get down to the market as soon as possible before they run out of pumpkins. And if we are having a party, we will need the ingredients to do some baking.
Don't forget some squash fly biscuits,
added Jonathan.
I don't like the sound of these,
said Paddington. Don't worry, explained Judy. The proper name is Garibaldi biscuits. The currants in them look a bit like squashed flies. As soon as Paddington had set off with his list, Jonathan and Judy started making decorations and masks for their own outfits.
Very wise,
said Mrs. Bird approving when she saw what they were up to. In her experience, Paddington and glue pots were best kept as far apart as possible. By the time Paddington got back from the market, Jonathan and Judy had almost finished decorating the house. So Jonathan suggested Paddington might look in the shed for some old pieces of frayed rope so that he could make a wig for his costume. After that, Mrs. Brown set to work hollowing out the pumpkins to make lanterns, while Paddington helped Mrs. Bird with some baking. Mrs. Bird even managed to find him a recipe for Garibaldi biscuits because Paddington hadn't found any in the market. He had to agree the currants did look very squash flies. One way or another, everyone was kept busy. But if the first half of the day passed quickly, waiting for it to get dark seemed to take forever. In order to pass the time, Paddington retired to his bedroom to write some Halloween poems before putting on his costume.
I'm ready for the trick-or-treat part,
he announced when he came back downstairs at long last. With the addition of a black pointed hat, everyone agreed Paddington made a very good witch indeed. The finishing touch was a set of fangs Judy had made for him out of some orange peel turned inside out.
I wouldn't like to meet you on a dark night,
said Jonathan when they went out into the front garden. By the time they reached the end of Windsor Gardens, Paddington had collected so many treats he could hardly carry them all, so they decided to head for home.
We mustn't forget Mr. Curry,
said Paddington.
Do you think that's wise?
asked Judy.
I've written a special poem for him,
said Paddington.
I don't want to waste it. You must like living dangerously,
said Jonathan.
I don't suppose he'll recognize me in my outfit,
said Paddington as he pressed Mr. Curry's bell.
Yes,
barked the Brown's next-door neighbor as he opened the door a fraction and peered through the gap.
Who is it?
Hurry, hurry, Mr. Curry,
called Paddington, disguising his voice.
Give me a gift and I'll be swift.
Go away, bear,
exclaimed Mr. Curry,
or I shall call the police.
I'd better go now, Mr. Curry,
Paddington called out.
We're having a Halloween party and I don't want to be late.
A cunning gleam came into Mr. Curry's eyes.
Is that so, Bear?
He said,
I thought I saw you doing a lot of coming and going this morning.
There was a lot to get ready.
said Paddington.
Mrs. Bird been very busy baking cakes.
It's very kind of you to invite me, Bear,
said Mr. Curry, stepping outside.
That's darn it.
Whispered Jonathan to Judy.
Dad won't be very happy.
Mr. Curry gazed around the Browns' living room as he made himself comfortable in Mr. Brown's favorite armchair and helped himself to some chocolates. Much to everyone's dismay, he looked set to stay for the rest of the evening.
Now, Bear,
He said,
it's my turn. Seeing as you have kindly invited me to your party, I have a poem for you. Trick or treat, give me something else to eat.
Mrs. Bird pursed her lips, but before she had time to say anything, Paddington jumped to his feet,
Don't worry, Mrs. Bird.
called as he hurried out of the room.
Leave it to me.
A few minutes later, Paddington returned carrying a plate of biscuits which he offered to Mr. Curry.
I must say these are very good.
Mumbled Mr. Curry through a mouthful of crumbs.
What are they?
They're squash fly biscuits, Mr. Curry.
Said Paddington.
I couldn't find any in the market, so I decided to make my own.
Mr. Curry jumped to his feet.
Bear,
He bellowed, clutching his stomach.
do you mean to say you've been feeding me with dead insects? That's the very last time I accept an invitation to one of your parties.
Accept an invitation indeed, said Mrs. Bird as she led her uninvited guest into the hall. Moments later, the sound of a front door being slammed echoed round Windsor Gardens.
Well, it looks like as though you managed to play a trick on Mr. Curry after all,
Chuckled Mr. Brown.
Fancy him believing you would use real flies in your biscuits. Now, I suggest we all enjoy a bowl of Mrs. Bird's delicious pumpkin soup, and then I would rather like to try one of your biscuits if Mr. Curry has left any off for the rest of us.
Afterwards, everyone voted it was the best Halloween party they had had for a long time.
I hope you're not planning to eat that chocolate in bed,
warned Mrs. Bird at the end of the evening as Paddington started to carry his bucket of treats upstairs.
Oh no, Mrs. Bird.
Said Paddington.
I was thinking I might send most of it to Aunt Lucy. I don't expect they get many treats in the home for retired bears.
Aren't you going to take your hat off, Paddington? Asked Mrs. Brown.
If you don't,
Said Mrs. Bird,
the glue may melt during the night, and then you'll be stuck with it.
Paddington considered the matter for a moment or two as he went upstairs. He felt very torn.
I suppose I'd better.
He said.
Otherwise, I shan't be able to raise it if I meet someone I know when I'm out shopping. But if you don't mind, I'll take my lantern with me. It's been such a nice Halloween, I don't want to miss a minute of it. The end. Happy Halloween!
Thanks for watching. For more exciting read aloud stories, please subscribe to our channel Little Hearts Super Kids. Also follow us on Instagram for amazing updates.